Here we go. I can't believe they still make these.
Hi, I'm Grace from...
Okay, here's Grace from Vermont. Please like and subscribe.
Before I continue, hit the like and subscribe button.
I knew it.
If you do, you'll meet the love of your life while on vacation near a pool.
Guys, hit like! Oh my god!
I had a bad stutter, which made me a laughing stock at school. Wow, that's a pretty skirt. Where did you get it from? Shouldn't it? It's cool. I'll just check some stores. I started to lose confidence, but my parents were always supportive and inspired me to accept myself, just as I am. It doesn't matter if it takes you 1 try or 100.
100! That says 200!
Your voice is just as important as anyone else's. As I grew older, I became...
That was 3D animation.
As I grew older, I became more comfortable with my condition and even made friends at school. But my favorite thing in the world was...
She's cosplaying Technoblade, everybody. Look at that. That's so nice of her to be cosplaying Technoblade in her memory.
What?
In his memory.
My parents told me they were adopting from the orphanage, but it wasn't just 1 girl, but 5.
That's quite the decision to not warn her of.
I wanted to make a good impression. The oldest one...
Guys, look what finger she put up. Oh my gosh. Oops, what? Oops. What? Oop, nope.
And from the looks of it, she loved fashion just as much as I did.
What is that dress?
Did you get that from a dollhouse?
I like your dress, but the ribbons are so tacky. And what's with those shoes? You know what? You look so cute with braids in this outfit, even though it's a little, weird.
That was neither a compliment nor an insult.
But at least the other 4 were gentle. We became friends in no time, gossiping about boys and school, and fighting over the best spot by the pool.
And then we peed.
Harper was obsessed with insects and was always collecting ladybugs and other creepy crawlies. Quinn was like her sister's shadow, silently following her everywhere. A week after my sister's arrival...
There can't be that many people in the car, can there? That would be... Oh wait, never mind, they can fit, never mind.
My parents took us on a shopping spree so they wouldn't have to wear the same clothes from the orphanage. And Olivia bought everything I did.
They got real Gucci!
Oh my god, the new Gucci bag!
They're just wearing all Gucci.
So one day, I pretended I was gonna wear the ugliest outfit.
That's not that ugly.
But then I changed at the last second. Olivia showed up to breakfast looking like a clown.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't look great.
Wow, Olivia, you look so good. Yeah, right? I saw Gummy had
Goo gaga.
You mean she would ever wear something this funny? The only thing funny here is the way you talk. Olivia, apologize this minute. Why? It's just harmless jokes between sisters, Dad. Whatever. Sorry, Grace. Please don't cry now. After that day, Olivia stopped copying my outfits, but we just couldn't see eye to eye.
Yes you can. You both have eyes.
While Olivia was a pain in my butt at home, in school, I had Pearl. One day, my sisters and I were eating in the food court at the mall when Pearl swooped in like a vulture. How are you doing, Grace? Zip it, moron. Don't you have something else to do? Like bore people with your dumb cheerleading moves? Oh, but I'm getting bored. Before I could say anything, Harper pulled out a jar of ladybugs from her backpack and dumped them on Pearl's hair. Pearl screamed and ran off. Instead of staying with us, Olivia took off to help her. She started getting weird around me. And then one day, something unbelievable happened.
She was already weird.
Pearl turned into Olivia's evil minion.
That's a Despicable Me reference.
Pearl would have helped Olivia make a monster in a
My Singing Monsters reference.
They were a match made in hell anyway. A week later...
It's my dream that my girls join the family business one day. And with Fashion Week coming up, I want all my girls to help with their brilliant ideas.
Oh, my God, Dad. This is such an amazing opportunity. I stayed up late every night working on my dress.
That's nice.
My other sisters made their own dresses for fun, but everyone knew Olivia and I were the only ones taking it seriously. The night before Dad judged the dresses, Olivia snuck into the studio and destroyed my dress. Luckily for me, Harper and Quinn saw her sneaking out and told me what happened. How was I supposed to make a new dress overnight? That's when an idea struck me. If I couldn't beat Olivia fair and square, I'd just have to play tricks with her. So, I swapped her dress for my ruined one. The next day, we both took the sheets off of our mannequins, and Olivia's mouth dropped open in shock to see what I'd done. But obviously, she couldn't tell Dad that the dress was really hers without admitting that she destroyed her.
Backwards.
This isn't your usual style, but it's certainly beautiful, Olivia. It's a shame you gave up on your dress. It looks like it could have been something special.
I know, Dad. Dad? Wonder what happened? A few days later, we were all on a flight to Paris for Fashion Week, and Olivia couldn't stop glaring at me. Olivia,
Those are big airplane
can't
seats.
we stop talking? You're giving me a headache. Olivia then was that she'd started inviting Pearl to our place, which really annoyed me. Oops.
Not the cheese.
But in less than 2 weeks before his runway show, someone leaked pictures of the new collection all over the internet. The tabloids went wild guessing who it could be.
Weak photos. That's supposed to be an E. Who leaked fashion weak photos?
I can't believe someone would do this. Nobody has access to my study except you girls. If anyone knows something, tell me now.
Hackety moment.
You're all grounded with no phone privilege or allowance.
Dad didn't talk to us for days, and it really hurt me to watch all my sisters so sad and depressed. One day, I was taking an evening stroll in the garden. When I noticed Olivia slipping out of the house, I decided to follow her, and she stopped in front of Pearl's house. Ugh, what do you want now? I know you're the one who's... And now, we'll be on top, while you guys will eat dirt. In your dreams, you sick psycho. Olivia looked at me in shock as I pulled out the phone and started playing back the recording with Pearl's confession.
Why would you
Give me that.
Give me that.
I've already uploaded it, so there's nothing you can do. Pearl was at a loss for words, and suddenly her phone started ringing. Must be your mom.
Your mom.
Pearl ran away crying, and Olivia turned to me. I'm so sorry, Grace. I should have been smarter. My sisters and I locked ourselves in the mansion for a week straight, staying up late every night, altering his designs. When the day of the fashion show arrived, we were ready. When the curtain rose and the spotlights came on, the entire audience gasped. The new designs were even more beautiful. And the show...
You set aside your differences, and you worked hard. You pulled together as a family.
I just knew everything would always be fine, as long as we stuck together.
I met MrBeast. What?
Hi, I'm Sophie from France, and my story, you'll have to see to believe. I grew up in a vineyard, and my parents worked super hard to make it a worldwide success. Even though they were super busy, they made sure I got the best things in life.
I've just bought you a pony. You can take him out on rides around the property.
We were super rich, but I didn't care about that. I was homeschooled to take over the family business.
Lo-fi girl.
I spent most of my time going on adventures with my best friend Luke. Come on, Luke! Let's go to the lake and search for sea monsters.
They do always seem to have the same voice.
So I jumped over the fence and went running towards the lake. I stopped short when I saw a couple of village boys throwing rocks at a beehive. Hey, leave those poor bees alone.
What's it to you, princess?
This is anime.
What, Luke? Those aren't bees, Sophie. They're hornets. Just then, a rock tore through the nest, and all the hornets flew out, and they were pissed. But instead of going after the village brats, they attacked Luke and me. We ran for...
What was that?
But instead of going after the village brats, they attacked Luke.
Why? Oh, that's pretty good, but still.
We ran for our lives, but we got stung so much that by the time we got home, our faces resembled beach balls, and it hurt. And Luke went ballistic. I told you we shouldn't go. You never listen to me. I'm sick and tired of being your babysitter. Babysitter? The stings really mess with your head. I'm your friend.
I'm your friend.
Your parents hired me to keep you out of trouble.
Luke, stop it. We're honored to serve in any capacity.
What was that
She's a
Ash
reckless
Ketchum voice?
mean-
Any capacity.
Sweetie, you're an adventurer, and we didn't want to hold you back. And Luke was the perfect balance to your hyper-personality.
Oh, wait, what?
We paid him to keep you safe. We were only doing what was best for you.
What?
You think this is best for me?
Oh,
My
he's
entire
fired.
rela-
I stormed off to my room and didn't speak to anyone for days. Luke left for the city without saying goodbye, and I felt humiliated that I was such a loser. Things at the vineyard got worse. Our wine sales went down, and then a freak storm destroyed more than half the vineyard.
So they had to go to MrBeast.
Suddenly, we were homeless.
Don't worry, darling. As long as we're together, we'll be fine. The Durans have invited us to stay with them for a while.
Stay with Luke? But he hates us.
Beggars can't be
Choosers love.
MrBeast is gonna be his brother.
It'll be cramped in their small house, but it's temporary.
But my jaw nearly fell to the floor when I saw their house. It was a mansion with fountains in the garden. Mr. and Mrs. Durand had made a fortune by making the right investments and were super nice.
Okay.
But Luke, I had to blink hard
Because he was so hot!
After lunch, I was strolling around trying to let out a quiet burp when suddenly I slipped and fell in the pool. Strong arms pulled me out of the water, and I was face to face with Luke. And to my complete humiliation, I burped in his face like a bullfrog.
I don't know why I felt that.
A week later, I was waiting at the bus stop when suddenly
a sports car raced by me, and it was MrBeast in the sports car.
I am so sorry. I didn't see you there. You're headed to school, right? Let me give you a ride, and we can get you cleaned up. My name is Bella, and I'm kind of a big deal there.
My name is Bella, and I'm kind of a big deal.
Bella talked non-stop till we got to the school, and by the time we were sitting in first period, I knew her entire—
My mom once embroidered an agent or assassin, IDK. I love dogs. Do you like them too? My boyfriend is so cool. He is so the sweetest and less coolest. I love also Vocaloid, Aimer, Eve, Mimi. Oh, she's just telling her favorite Vocaloid artists.
She was an only child, her mom and dad were rich politicians, and she loved corgis. They have the cutest, slappable butts. They have the cutest, slappable butts. I've wanted one for so long, but my parents say I'm too irresponsible, and my boyfriend is super scared of dogs. OMG, there he is. Babe, come meet my new bestie.
It's MrBeast!
Totally forgot to ask your name.
My name is Jimmy.
See?
Whoa, did you just read her mind, Luke?
Never mind. Mr. Luke!
Bella was the sweetest girl imaginable. She didn't care whether I was rich or poor. She just liked me for me and took me everywhere with her, even on dates. Oh, wow, babe, this is such a cute bracelet. But you know I'm allergic to pink, but it looks so cute on you.
That's probably like a metaphor, like she doesn't wear pink. Now I get it, now I get it. Okay, it's like a—
You're crazy.
I get it.
Luke got this for you.
I don't mind.
See? Our boyfriend doesn't mind.
What the heck? It's a communist relationship!
Hey, you should make TikToks. OMG, this is the best idea I've ever had. We can go on nature walks, and you can talk about what's poisonous and what isn't. Incredibly, Bella's idea was a hit. I went viral, and people in school started—
Nature Girl!
Nature Girl. I even—
Oh my gosh, it's Nature Girl!
One day, my fans challenged me to participate.
There it is! I knew it. No, I didn't know it, but still.
I did my best to win the game, but I lost during the tug of war. Still, it was the best adventure I had ever done. I made tons of new friends as well. Not to mention, seeing MrBeast personally is the coolest. My heart jumped when I saw him heading my way.
Stop! Don't fall in love with MrBeast! Please don't fall in love with MrBeast!
Thank you for joining our version of Squid Game. You were great.
Thank you, MrBeast. We all had a blast, even though we lost. Just being part of your content alone is an experience of a life.
I'm just cringing.
Well, making people happy is what my content is all about.
You gotta do his voice. Making people happy is what my content is all about! I'm glad you had fun!
And it's been quite a long while since I had fun like this.
Really? Why is that?
Well, sometimes life could get rough all of a sudden. Things happen.
Sometimes I need money.
That is so true.
That is so true.
I felt my eyes sting as MrBeast.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy.
I hate this. I hate it. This is like the cringiest one.
Eventually, the money I got from my sponsors were used to set up a small grocery shop in the city. But Luke's behavior at home was getting worse and worse. One time, Mrs. Durand asked them to pass the bread, and he accidentally dumped them all on the floor. What is wrong with you? That's no way to behave with your parents.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Stay out of it.
Every video these people make are fake. No, they're real. I refuse to believe that this is fake.
Dad announced we'd be moving to our own apartment at the end of the month. I was relieved, but also bittersweet. Late one night, I was packing up my things for the move when I heard footsteps on the roof. I freaked out and picked up a baseball bat to investigate. There was so much crime in the city. We never had this problem in the village. What if there was more than one burglar? But it was only Luke. You scared the farts right out of me.
The what?
MrBeast is on her lip.
He looked at me like there was so much he wanted to tell me, but he couldn't. His lips were so close, and my heart beat like crazy.
I have a song for this.
Had I almost kissed my best friend's boyfriend? What was— Mr. and Mrs. Durand held a farewell party for us. They invited all their friends, including Bella and her parents.
Hey, wanna dance?
I shouldn't.
Why? Do you think you'll trip and fall?
No.
Then come on.
He whirled me onto the dance floor, and I felt like I was dancing on air. It was magical and thrilling, and his lips...
Luke, what are you doing? Bella's parents are watching.
You should be dancing with her, not...
The poor grocery girl?
Yes. Sophia can't bring you any connections or wealth. I'm sorry, dear, but we have to think of Luke's future, and that is with Bella. I was so shocked, my mouth fell open.
Now we can see.
Furious.
I can see why. Epic plot twist.
I loved being your friend. You were awesome and brave, but my parents wanted to cash in on that friendship and started charging your parents for protection services.
Did you steal all of their money? What?
I never wanted any of that. And even here in the city, you insisted I date rich girls so you can make connections with their parents.
I thought you two were in love. I'm a cheerleader and he's a jock. We had to date. It's like in the Bible or something. But we were never in love. And when I saw how much you two loved each other, you knew? Always. Why do you think I kept leaving you two alone when we hung out? You two are super cute together.
Can you ever forgive me for being such a jerk and not getting in touch sooner?
Who's that guy?
I'm never gonna leave you now.
Me either. Best friends?
The bestest.
And he kissed me, and it was everything I'd imagined.
Friends with benefits. That's what that was.